she said, "I'd like to try something on you, and it's the fish skin." I said, "Well, if you think that it's needed, then I'm in." The disease I have is pulmonary fibrosis. My right lung was no good, and the right diaphragm was no good. The VA people submitted my situation to the IU Methodist. Finally, I met with the transplant team, and they accepted me. And then when a match comes to you, we'll call you. And about 3:30 in the morning is when the transplant happened on the 16th. And then I've been healing ever since. The transplant and everything was fine. It was just the infection after the transplant. Upper chest here at the top got infected. And it was really ugly here. I had to go back for surgery to go in here and cut out the infection and everything. My brother died from this, and my sister has it now. So us 3 kids somehow got this lung thing, and my brother didn't make it. He didn't get to have his transplant, and here I got one. I just assumed that time was gonna take its toll. I couldn't hang on much longer. And then I had to go back into rehabilitation here at Parkview. And then I got introduced to Jen Lynn and the girls here.
His muscle and his bone were exposed at the time we first saw him in January of 2024. His wound had stalled, which means it's not healing, it's not progressing. His bone was infected, which is called osteomyelitis. We then proceeded with our normal wound treatments that we use on everyone, and our team of nurses and technicians and providers were constantly thinking about what can we do to help our patient get back to his normal life. I said, what about the fish skin? Let's try it. I had tried it once before, and I had seen in 1 week an improvement. And of course, Hal is a outdoorsman, and he loved the idea. His family was very on board and excited about using fish on his wound.
I never heard of such a thing, but she thought that it was going to help me.
The application process for the fish skin graft involves first cleaning the wound. After we clean the wound and debride it, we prepare the wound for the skin graft, and I had to shave his chest. We put a application of a skin barrier on his skin around his wound so that the dressing will stick. And then the skin graft comes in different types. The one that I used was called the Mary Jane, which was like a micronized. It looked like confetti. They jokingly call it codfetti because the fish is North Atlantic cod. And so we actually either use the patient's own blood when we debride, or we use normal saline to dilute the actual skin graft. We place it in the wound, cover it with a dressing that allows drainage, and then we put a dressing on that will help absorb the drainage, and that stays on for a week. And then he comes back and we change the wound and start again.
The wound starting out was, I would say, practically 8 inches, 7 to 8 inches gap right there. And it comes down to about a pencil head. I've been x-rayed since. There's no more infection. And it looks like it turned out to be a good thing for me.
After applying it and seeing such success, I had heard about this workshop in Iceland, and they were calling for abstracts or case studies, and that's when I decided I'm going to submit this case study, because talk about a patient who has all odds against him. He kept getting setback after setback, and then to place the fish skin graft on him and see success within a week, for me, worth trying to submit this case study to Iceland. In January, when I received the email, I was kind of dumbfounded, like, I can't believe this just happened. There were only 3 nurse practitioners selected, and the rest were surgeons. By going to Iceland, I was able to take Parkview's world-class treatment to an international level. It was an honor to represent Parkview internationally at this workshop with cutting-edge treatments, rubbing elbows with German, Denmark, Iceland. So we shared a lot of how we treat our patients, and it was a real honor to be there and representing Parkview. I had the idea of putting the skin graft on, but we're all constantly thinking, what can we do to get our patient, like Hal, back to his normal life? He has a brand new set of lungs. He has grandchildren. He likes to snowmobile. He likes to go-kart, and it's just so exciting for us.
For about 20 years, we would go snowmobiling in Michigan. I have the surgery. Well, that knocked me out of that. This year, things are looking pretty good, and I went snowmobiling. It's just amazing. I thought I've been treated excellent. Excellent.